Welcome back to Dark Psychology. I want you to take a moment and think about a specific interaction you had recently. Maybe it was with a coworker, a friend, or someone you just met. You felt a vibe, a spark, something that told you, she likes me. But then doubt crept in. You asked yourself, am I imagining this? Is she just being nice? And because you were afraid of being wrong, you did nothing. You are not alone in this. This is the single biggest tragedy in modern dating. Men everywhere are walking away from women who are desperately waiting for them to make a move. The problem isn't that women are impossible to understand. The problem is that you have been listening to their words instead of reading their reality. The science of human behavior tells us that over 90% of communication is nonverbal. When a woman is attracted to you, and especially when she starts fantasizing about you, her conscious mind might try to hide it. She might try to play it cool. She might even try to act indifferent. But her subconscious mind, it cannot lie. It controls her heart rate, her pupil dilation, her posture, and her nervous energy. These are biological responses she has absolutely no control over. Today, we are going to go deeper than we ever have before. We aren't just going to list signs, we are going to decode the psychological DNA of attraction. I am going to show you 9 undeniable body language signals that indicate a woman is not just interested, but is actively fantasizing about you. We will break down why these happen biologically, how to spot them without staring, and most importantly, what you should do when you see them. And I need you to watch until the very last second, because after the 9 signs, I'm going to reveal the cluster rule. This is the secret key that separates a friendly interaction from a romantic desire. If you miss that part, you might misread everything. Let's unlock the code. The psychology of the limbic system. Before we get to sign number 1, you need to understand the mechanism behind this. Why does her body betray her? It comes down to the limbic system in the human brain. This is the emotional center. It reacts instantly to attraction, fear, and desire. Unlike the neocortex, which is the thinking brain that handles speech and logic, the limbic system is honest. When a woman is around a man she fantasizes about, her limbic system floods her body with a cocktail of chemicals: dopamine for pleasure, adrenaline for excitement, and oxytocin for bonding. These chemicals force the body to react. This is why these signs are universal. It doesn't matter if you are in New York, London, or Tokyo. The biology of attraction is the same. So, when you look for these signs, remember, you are not looking for a choice she is making. You are looking for a biological reaction she cannot stop. Sign number 1, preening and displacement activities, fidgeting. Let's start with sign number 1, the fidget, also known in psychology as preening and displacement. Have you ever noticed that the moment you walk into a room, she starts adjusting things? Maybe she smooths out her skirt, fixes her blouse, or twists her rings. To the untrained eye, she looks nervous or bored. But to a master of psychology, this is a goldmine. This happens for 2 reasons. First, it is preening. In the animal kingdom, birds smooth their feathers to attract the mate. Humans do the exact same thing. Her subconscious mind registers your presence and screams, "He is here, look your best." So, her hands automatically go to fix her appearance. She wants to present the best version of herself to you. The second reason is displacement. The sexual tension and excitement she feels generate excess energy. She has to release that energy somewhere, or she will feel like she is going to explode. So she channels it into small, repetitive movements. She might tap her foot, play with the stem of her wine glass, or shred a napkin. If you want to test this, pay attention to the timing. Does the fidgeting start when you get close and stop when you leave? If yes, you are the source of that energy. Sign number 2, the hair play, the pheromone signal. Sign number 2 is one of the most famous, yet most misunderstood signals. She plays with her hair. You see this in movies all the time, but do you know the real evolutionary reason behind it? Yes, it is partly fidgeting, but it is also a biological signal. When a woman runs her fingers through her hair, lifts it up, or brushes it behind her ear, she is often exposing her neck. The neck is a highly vulnerable and sensitive part of the anatomy. In evolutionary terms, exposing the neck is a sign of submission and trust. It says, I feel safe enough with you to let my guard down. But there is more. The neck and the area behind the ears are major sources of pheromones, the chemical scents that trigger attraction in humans. By moving her hair, she is subconsciously wafting her scent toward you. It is a primitive, silent call that says, come closer. Pay attention to how she does it. If she twirls her hair while looking at you and smiling, it is pure flirtation. If she uses her hair to cover part of her face, she might be feeling shy or intimidated by her intense feelings for you. Both are positive signs that you are affecting her emotional state. Sign number 3, the visual triangle, the eyes. Sign number 3 is where things get intense, the visual triangle. We have all heard that eye contact is important. But not all eye contact is the same. There is a specific pattern that indicates a woman is thinking about you romantically. It is called the intimate gaze. In a normal, friendly conversation, a person's eyes usually move between your two eyes and the bridge of your nose. It stays in the upper part of the face. But when fantasy takes over, her eyes will drop. She will look at your left eye, then your right eye, and then her gaze will dip down to your mouth before shooting back up to your eyes. This traces a triangle. Why does she do this? Because her brain is subconsciously fixating on your lips. She is imagining what it would be like to kiss you. This happens in a split second. You have to be observant to catch it. If you see her eyes dipping down to your lips repeatedly while you are talking, she is struggling to focus on your words because she is focused on your mouth. This is one of the strongest indicators of physical desire. Also, look for the scan. Does she look you up and down? Does she quickly glance at your chest or shoulders and then back to your face? She is sizing you up as a partner. She is drinking in your physical presence. Sign number 4, proxemics and the lean. Sign number 4 involves space. She leans in and invades your personal bubble. We all have an invisible zone around us called personal space. Usually, we only let family or very close friends inside this bubble. For strangers or acquaintances, we keep a respectful distance. When a woman is fantasizing about you, the magnetic pull becomes stronger than the social rule of personal space. She will find excuses to be close. If you are sitting at a table, she will lean her upper body forward, resting her elbows on the table to get closer to you. If you are standing, she might step into your personal zone to show you something on her phone, even though she could have shown you from a distance. This behavior serves 2 purposes. 1, it creates intimacy. It blocks out the rest of the world and creates a private moment just for the 2 of you. 2, it is a test. She is subconsciously testing to see if you will back away or if you will stay. If you stay put, or if you lean in too, you are signaling that the attraction is mutual. Next time you are with her, observe the distance. If she is closer to you than she is to others, or if she positions herself next to you whenever possible, she is physically manifesting her desire to be with you. Sign number 5, isopraxis, mirroring. Sign number 5 is a concept psychologists call isopraxis, or more commonly, mirroring. Have you ever noticed that old couples often walk the same, talk the same, and even look alike? This is because we naturally mirror the people we admire and trust. It is a bonding behavior. When a woman is deeply attracted to you, she will become your mirror. If you take a sip of your drink, watch her. Does she reach for her glass a few seconds later? If you lean back in your chair and relax, does she do the same? If you speak slowly and quietly, does her voice drop to match yours? This is her subconscious way of saying, I am like you. We are the same. We fit together. This is a fantastic sign because you can actively test it. In the middle of a conversation, try shifting your posture. Cross your legs or place your hand on your chin. Then wait. If she copies that movement within the next minute, her focus is locked on you. She is so in tune with your vibration that her body is following your lead. Sign number 6. The direction of the feet. Sign number 6 requires you to look down, the feet. This is a favorite trick of FBI agents and interrogators. Why? Because people are taught to control their faces. We force a smile, we maintain eye contact, but we almost never think about what our feet are doing. The feet signal flight or fight, but they also signal focus. Our feet instinctively point towards where we want to go. If a woman is talking to you, but her feet are pointed toward the exit or toward another person, her mind is elsewhere. She wants to leave the conversation. However, if her torso is turned slightly away, but her feet are pointed directly at you, it reveals her true intent. Even if she is talking to someone else in a group, if her feet are angled toward you, it means she is monitoring you. You are the anchor in the room for her. This is especially telling if you are sitting side by side. If she crosses her legs and the top leg is dangling toward you, that is a positive sign. It closes the distance. If she crosses her legs away from you, creating a barrier with her thigh, she might be closed off or defensive. Sign number 7. The glow. Blushing. Sign. Number 7 involves a physiological response that is impossible to fake. Blushing. When we are sexually attracted to someone, our brain releases adrenaline. This adrenaline causes our veins to dilate to allow more blood flow. This is the body preparing for engagement. In many women, this results in a visible pink or red flush across the cheeks, the neck, or the chest. Blushing is a signal of vulnerability. It says, "You affect me." If you notice that her cheeks get a little rosy when you tease her, or when you give her a deep compliment, that is a massive win. She cannot control it. It is her body betraying her secret thoughts. Often, women will try to hide this. She might put her hands to her cheeks because they feel hot, or she might look down. If you see this, do not point it out aggressively. It can make her feel embarrassed. Just know that it confirms she is feeling a rush of emotion for you. Sign number 8. Vulnerable touches, the neck and wrists. Sign number 8 is self-touching on vulnerable areas. We talked about hair, but this is different. Watch if she slowly rubs her neck, touches her throat, or plays with the inside of her wrists. These are areas with thin skin and high pulse points. Touching the throat or the suprasternal notch, that little dip between the collarbones, is a self-soothing gesture. It happens when the heart rate goes up, which happens when she is fantasizing or excited. By touching these areas, she is subconsciously protecting herself, but also drawing your attention to her neck. It is a seductive mixture of "I am nervous" and "look at me." If she does this while maintaining eye contact, the intensity is very high. Sign number 9. The touch barrier breach. And now, sign number 9. This is the most active sign of all. She breaks the touch barrier. Women are generally careful about who they touch. In a professional or casual setting, people avoid physical contact. But when she is fantasizing about you, the desire to touch becomes overwhelming. She won't tackle you. It will be subtle. It will be plausible deniability. This means she does it in a way where she can deny it meant anything if you react badly. She might pick a piece of lint off your jacket. She might compare hand sizes with you. She might tap your forearm when she laughs at your joke. She might accidentally brush her shoulder against yours while walking. These are not accidents. These are micro touches. Each touch releases a tiny hit of oxytocin in her brain. She is testing the waters. She wants to feel your skin, and she wants to see if you recoil or if you lean into it. The cluster rule and conclusion. Now, before you go out and start analyzing every woman you meet, you must understand the cluster rule. This is the most important part of this video. If you see a woman touch her hair, it might just mean she has an itchy scalp. If she looks at your lips, maybe you have food on your face. A single sign can be misleading. However, in psychology, we look for a cluster. This means seeing 3 or more of these signs happening in the same interaction. If she is leaning in, sign 4, and playing with her necklace, sign 7, and her feet are pointed at you, sign 6, that is not a coincidence. That is a pattern. That is a green light. When you see a cluster, stop doubting yourself. Stop waiting for a written invitation. She is giving you the signals. She is waiting for you to lead the interaction to the next level. She wants you to escalate. So, the next time you are with her, don't just listen to the words. Watch the show. Watch the eyes, the hands, the feet. Read the silent story she is telling you. If you found value in this deep dive, please press the like button. It helps us get this information to more men who are struggling in the dark. And make sure you are subscribed to Dark Psychology. We are building a community of men who understand the reality of human nature, not just the fantasy. I want to hear from you in the comments. Which of these signs have you noticed recently? Or tell me about a time you missed these signs and realized it too late. Let's learn from each other.